Welcome to the most exciting coin discovery of your life. Today, we're diving into the mysterious and ultra-rare bicentennial coins, an ordinary-looking coin with the power to make you a millionaire overnight. If you've got this hidden gem in your pocket, your entire future could change in an instant. Let's unlock the secrets behind this legendary piece of treasure. First up, in the quiet shimmer of early American silver, there exists a story that bridges history, rarity, and the relentless pursuit of collectors. A story tied not just to a coin, but to the era of James Madison. While no official United States circulating coin was struck bearing his portrait during his lifetime between 1809 and 1817, the fascination with coins connected to his presidency, especially early silver issues minted in Philadelphia, has grown into something extraordinary. These coins, often misunderstood or loosely attributed by collectors as Madison-era treasures, hold immense historical weight because they were produced during a fragile time in American history, when the young nation was still defining its identity, economy, and survival. To understand the true significance of coins from 1809 to 1817, we must step back into a nation on the brink. This was the age of the War of 1812, a period when economic instability, trade disruptions, and even the burning of Washington tested the resilience of the United States. Coins struck at the United States Mint in Philadelphia, often carrying no mint mark or, in later interpretations, associated with the P, were not just currency, they were symbols of sovereignty. Silver coins from this era, particularly dimes and half-dimes, circulated heavily, enduring the wear of a growing nation. The coin series most closely tied to this period is the draped bust and later the capped bust designs, crafted under the artistic direction of John Reich and earlier influenced by Robert Scott. These coins featured Lady Liberty in classical form, representing freedom and independence, while the reverse displayed an eagle, sometimes small and delicate, sometimes bold and heraldic. The artistry was not just decorative, it reflected the ideals of a republic still in its infancy, striving to present itself as both refined and powerful on the world stage. When collectors analyze coins from this Madison-era window, mintage numbers often appear deceptively low compared to modern standards. However, mintage alone does not define rarity. Many coins produced during these years were lost to time, melted for bullion, worn beyond recognition, or simply discarded. Survival rates for early 19th century silver coins are dramatically lower than their original mintages suggest, particularly in higher grades. A coin described as scratched and toned today may have seen decades of circulation, making its survival itself a small miracle. What truly elevates certain examples into the realm of high-value collectibles is a combination of strike quality, preservation, and demand. Early Philadelphia strikes were often inconsistent due to primitive minting technology. Weak details, uneven pressure, and die fatigue were common. Yet, when a sharply struck example emerges, even with light scratches or natural toning, it captures intense attention from collectors who understand just how rare such quality is. Demand is further fueled by the historical connection to Madison's presidency, making these coins more than metal. They are artifacts of leadership during crisis. Varieties add another layer of intrigue. Early American coins are famous for their die variations, including overdates, where one year is struck over another, and double dies caused by misalignment during hubbing. Repunched mint marks are less common in this era due to Philadelphia's dominance, but die cracks and off-center strikes appear frequently due to the stress placed on equipment during wartime production. These imperfections, once considered flaws, are now prized as fingerprints of the minting process, each telling a unique story of how the coin came to be. Understanding how these errors occur brings us deeper into the mechanics of early minting. Dies were hand-engraved and manually prepared, making them susceptible to inconsistencies. Hub doubling could occur when the design was impressed multiple times with slight misalignment, while die cracks formed after repeated stress from striking planchets. During periods like the War of 1812, resource shortages and rushed production only increased the likelihood of such anomalies, creating coins that modern collectors now chase with enthusiasm. Even heavily circulated coins from this era can command surprising premiums if they exhibit rare varieties or strong eye appeal. A scratched and toned example might seem ordinary at first glance, but if it carries a scarce die marriage or a visible minting anomaly, its value can rise significantly. Natural toning, especially when it develops over decades into subtle blues, golds, or greys, is often preferred over clean surfaces, as it signals originality. Professional grading services play a crucial role here, authenticating and encapsulating coins to preserve their condition and confirm their place in the market. In today's market, values for Madison-era silver coins vary widely depending on condition and rarity. A well-worn piece in fine condition may trade for a few $100s, while a very fine or about uncirculated example can reach into the low thousands. Mint state coins, especially those with strong strikes and minimal impairments, can command five-figure prices at auction. Record-breaking sales often occur when a coin is the finest known example or carries a prestigious provenance, with registry-set competition among elite collectors driving prices even higher as they compete for the best possible specimens. Ultimately, the allure of these coins lies in their ability to transform something small and seemingly ordinary into a gateway to history. A modest silver coin from the early 1800s, struck during the presidency of James Madison, can evolve into a highly sought-after collectible when rarity, condition, and historical context align. It's a reminder that value is not just about metal or mintage, but about survival, story, and the enduring human desire to connect with the past through objects that have quietly witnessed it all. As the market for early American coinage continues to mature, another powerful force shaping value is the rise of registry-set collecting. Competitive platforms hosted by major grading services encourage collectors to assemble the highest quality sets possible, often focusing on specific date ranges like the Madison-era years of 1809 to 1817. This competition can dramatically elevate prices for even modest denominations when a coin represents the finest known or one of only a few examples in top condition. A lightly scratched yet well-detailed coin with original toning might suddenly become the missing piece in a high-ranking set, pushing its auction result far beyond typical expectations. In these moments, the coin transcends its physical imperfections and becomes a trophy of historical and numismatic significance, fought over by collectors who recognize its irreplaceable status. In the end, what makes these early 19th century coins so extraordinary is not just their scarcity, but their connection to a defining chapter in American history under James Madison. Each surviving piece carries the marks of circulation, the stress of primitive minting, and the silent passage of time through war and economic uncertainty. When all factors align, rarity, historical importance, collector demand, and a touch of uniqueness through varieties or toning, a simple silver coin can rise to become a centerpiece of a world-class collection. It stands as proof that even in worn and imperfect condition, these coins hold stories that continue to captivate, reminding us that true value is often hidden in the details waiting to be discovered. Second in the shadow of early American leadership, few figures cast a presence as bold and controversial as Andrew Jackson. Yet, when collectors speak of an Andrew Jackson $1 tied to the years 1829 to 1837, they are not referring to a coin struck during his presidency bearing his image, but rather to silver coinage of that era, pieces minted in Philadelphia that circulated through a nation undergoing dramatic transformation. These coins, often reinterpreted in modern collecting narratives, carry immense historical gravity, connecting directly to Jackson's presidency, a time defined by economic upheaval, expansion, and the fierce reshaping of federal power. The years between 1829 and 1837 marked one of the most turbulent economic periods in early U.S. history. Jackson's aggressive stance against centralized banking culminated in the dismantling of the Second Bank of the United States, a decision that would ripple through the economy and contribute to instability leading up to the Panic of 1837. Coins struck at the United States Mint during this time were more than currency. They were silent witnesses to financial experimentation and uncertainty. Silver dollars, half dollars, and smaller denominations circulated heavily, often bearing the marks of daily commerce in a rapidly expanding frontier society. The coinage most closely associated with this period belongs to the capped bust series, a design shaped by the skilled hands of John Reich and later refined by William Neese. Liberty appears crowned with a soft cap, her hair flowing in intricate detail, while the reverse features a powerful eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch. The artistry reflects a young republic asserting both strength and independence. These coins were struck in Philadelphia, often without a visible mint mark, though modern collectors sometimes refer to them as P-mint issues for clarity. While mintage figures for coins of this era can appear substantial on paper, they rarely tell the full story. Large numbers of silver coins were melted over time due to fluctuating bullion values, particularly when silver prices rose above face value. Others were simply worn down through decades of circulation. As a result, survival rates, especially for higher-grade examples, are remarkably low. A scratched and toned coin from this era may have survived intense use, and while its surface tells a story of wear, its very existence contributes to its rarity. Collectors place immense importance on strike quality and eye appeal when evaluating these coins. Early minting technology often resulted in uneven strikes, with weak details on Liberty's hair or the eagle's feathers. However, when a coin surfaces with strong definition, even if lightly scratched or naturally toned, it commands significant attention. Demand is driven not only by condition but also by the historical context of Jackson's presidency, making these coins highly desirable among those who collect by era as well as by type. Varieties from this period add another layer of complexity and excitement. Overdates, such as when one year is struck over another, are known in early U.S. coinage, along with doubled dies that result from misalignment during the hubbing process. Die cracks, off-center strikes, and other irregularities were common due to the intense pressure placed on dies during production. While repunched mint marks are less relevant for Philadelphia issues of this era, other anomalies serve as distinctive markers that can dramatically increase a coin's desirability and value among specialists. The process behind these minting errors reveals the human element of early coin production. Dies were prepared by hand, and even minor misalignments could result in doubled features or uneven impressions. Hub doubling occurred when the design was impressed more than once with slight shifts, while die cracks developed from repeated use under high pressure. During times of economic strain, such as the years leading up to the Panic of 1837, the mint often pushed its equipment to the limit, increasing the likelihood of such imperfections. Today, these flaws are celebrated as unique identifiers that set certain coins apart. Even coins that have clearly circulated, those with scratches, toning, and visible wear, can achieve remarkable values if they possess rare varieties or strong originality. Natural toning is especially prized, as it indicates that the coin has not been harshly cleaned or altered. Shades of grey, gold, and subtle blues can enhance a coin's visual appeal, while clean surfaces often reduce desirability. Professional grading services play a critical role in this space, providing authentication and standardized Utsenke that help establish trust in the marketplace. Market values for Jackson-era silver coins vary significantly based on condition and rarity. A coin in fine condition may sell for a few $100s, while very fine or about uncirculated examples can reach into the thousands. Mint state coins, particularly those with exceptional strike quality and minimal surface issues, have been known to achieve five-figure results at major auctions. Record-breaking examples often combine multiple factors: rarity, high grade, historical importance, and sometimes a notable provenance, leading to intense competition among collectors and registry set participants. In the end, what makes these coins extraordinary is not just their age or silver content, but the stories they carry from one of the most dynamic periods in American history. A small silver coin from the era of Andrew Jackson can evolve into a highly valuable collectible when rarity, condition, and demand converge. It stands as a powerful reminder that even a humble piece of currency, worn and imperfect, can become a prized artifact, one that continues to captivate collectors and historians alike with its connection to a nation finding its path forward as the world of coin collecting evolves. One of the most powerful forces influencing the value of Jackson-era silver coins is registry set competition. Collectors are no longer simply acquiring coins, they are competing on a global stage to assemble the highest graded and most complete sets possible. This has created intense demand for top-tier examples from the 1829 to 1837 period, even elevating coins with minor flaws like light scratches if they possess exceptional detail or rare die varieties. In auctions, it is not uncommon to see spirited bidding wars erupt over a single coin that fills a crucial gap in a high-ranking registry set. In these moments, the coin's value is driven not just by its physical attributes, but by its importance within a larger competitive narrative, where prestige and ranking push prices to extraordinary levels. Ultimately, the enduring fascination with these coins lies in their ability to transform from everyday currency into historical treasures connected to Andrew Jackson. Each piece, whether heavily circulated or remarkably preserved, carries echoes of a nation grappling with economic change, political tension, and rapid growth. When rarity, originality, and collector demand intersect, even a modest silver coin from this era can achieve remarkable value in the marketplace. It serves as a reminder that true numismatic significance is not defined by perfection alone, but by the unique combination of history, survival, and the stories etched into every surface.